All right, you guys, we are back. It's your boy Q, and up next we have Wack 100, alleging that Drake sent Kendrick Lamar a cease and desist letter so he can't perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure that the only reason and the only leg he can probably stand on in this whole situation is the fact that there's tons of allegations in there, like most importantly, being the PDF one. And I'm pretty sure that's his only way out, would be the only reason of Kendrick not being able to perform that record. Even though, honestly, I do feel like that record is probably the biggest catalyst for him getting the gig, you know? So I'm pretty sure the NFL does want the record up there in some form. I'm thinking it's going to be a heavily edited version. If you can get the hook in there, some of the verse, it's not like these sets are super, super long. What, they have 15 minutes to get in and out? So yeah, I could totally see him doing that, but I could also see the advertisers putting some pressure to making sure that happens, and Kendrick doesn't just go and say F it and just perform the whole record. I think in the end of the day, he would want to protect his relationship with some of these brands. PG Lang is definitely upwards in the trajectory. If you guys don't know, they've done some major campaigns, so yeah, it would be safe to assume they'd want to keep these relationships intact. So I do see them trying to come to a compromise and getting at least some form of the record up there without the PDF allegations, obviously. But yeah, enough dilly-dallying. Let's jump right into the video. Again, it's Wack 100, alleging that Drake sent Kendrick Lamar a cease and desist letter so he can't perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl.
Drake gets served a cease and desist. He digging himself a bigger ditch. He looking more like
Pause.
Oh no! What he serve who with the cease?
Kendrick Lamar, so he can't perform Not Like Us at the
Oh,
Super
for
Oh no,
he's not
that's
gonna
some
be.
serious. Where's
Got
that link?
audio up top. Audio up top.
I think he should though. He said all that stuff about him that's on the national stage though.
Of course. I feel like even with Kendrick Lamar, like performing this record at the Pop Out show, like, and that was streamed by Amazon, that went worldwide, that was international. I do feel like him performing at the Super Bowl would be an even bigger deal. And it would be an awesome way to cap this all off and then just, yeah, put this beef to bed. Even though Drake does seem like he wants that round two, evidently, which I don't know if it's smart, because if you get mollywopped for a second time, how are you going to pivot from that? But yeah, I feel like the only thing he could stand on is the fact that there are those allegations. So I'm pretty sure Kendrick is going to put together a modified version. It's like I said, it's not like they have tons of time in the set, and you can work it where you can get a minute or two out that record and it still get the impact that you want. I feel like the NFL would want to have that record played because at the end of the day, it's going to drive more eyes to the show, which is going to drive more eyes to the actual game itself. I think this halftime performance would give like the same type of hype as the Rihanna halftime show did, where a lot of people tuned in just to see Rihanna perform. They didn't give two Fs about the game, but guess what? People are tuning in for a lot of the commercials before and afterwards. So I feel like this would have that same level of impact, if not more. Who knows? Because this record is probably the biggest record of the year. It's definitely had the biggest impact. So to me, it's almost obvious that the NFL and Kendrick would want this record played. They just have to do it safe because, yeah, there's tons of money that this game generates. And you do want to keep the advertisers happy. You don't want them pulling out because they're going to feel like they're going to get sandwiched in between like a PDF allegation. I feel like all parties involved do want this because it would definitely be the most viral part of this show.
A-Rod or E, are you all
You
available?
think he should? He said about Kendrick too. And told the world that Kendrick's best friend in his
Yeah, he
life.
came after him.
So what about
Told him to
like
drop,
what?
drop,
'Cause
drop.
he didn't stick and Kendrick's did? Is that what you saying?
Of
Yeah.
course, you already know what I'm saying now. I'm very biased.
See, no, and it's true. Kendrick made allegations, but so did Drake. Drake made tons of allegations himself, but they didn't stick. Kendrick's did, and that's the issue, you know? And yeah, I feel like that's the only way Drake is going to get that song even edited down. I feel like they're going to just pull together a modified version and perform that.
When it comes to Drake.
Oh, so it's true.
At work.
So money wise, alright, the safe thing he just say F that, we're gonna do it anyway. What would he be looking at? Where's on that?
Nah, he's trying to get the NFL to restrict Kendrick.
Well, no, I don't think that's what he was. I don't think that was his question. I think he was referring to what if Kendrick just does it anyway, even if they tell him not to. Even though I feel like Jay-Z would love to have that record, even in a modified form, because of the eyes that it brings to the show. If Kendrick does perform, maybe he gets fined, or who knows? Maybe they just don't invite him back. I feel like that would be worst case scenario. But after you do the Super Bowl, you've already cemented that. It's a notch in your belt. They can't really take that away from you. You did the Super Bowl halftime show. They can't say you didn't. So maybe if they say no, maybe he just does it anyway. But I feel like the biggest thing there would be he wants to protect those relationships. especially if he plans on working with them in the future. Yeah, Kendrick is all about the art, but yeah, I don't think you want to burn any bridges like that. Drake is one thing, and Doritos and Coke is another. But yeah, time will definitely tell.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You trying to get them to restrict, you know what I'm saying?
You think it's gonna hold, Wack?
I don't know.
So you
I
never
don't
know.
know. Because Jay-Z got something to do with it, it ain't.
I feel like the biggest thing would be the advertisers when it comes to this. If it was up to Jay-Z and Kendrick, I feel like that record would be playing in its entirety. They have more to worry about than just what they would want to happen. The biggest thing I feel like is going to be the advertisers. But I do feel like even with them, if Kendrick were able to just like make an edited down version, I feel like they would love that as well because it's more eyes equals more eyes on their ads as well. So yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing. The last thing they want is some type of like defamation lawsuit. Drake coming with some type of defamation lawsuit, but I don't know how much that would stick. He's made his own allegations as well. I'm pretty sure Kendrick would be able to countersue as well if he wanted to. It definitely seems like a Drake move. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Drake actually did this? And also let me know if you guys think Kendrick would just perform it anyway or just like make a modified version, taking out some of those allegations and making the song a little more safe for like the mainstream television audience because that's who the advertisers and these big companies are trying to appeal to. It's definitely something that Kendrick might address in a record too, obviously. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. Time will tell. I do feel like the song is so big you almost have to do it. But I totally understand if you just perform the intro, the hook, maybe some of the verse, go back into the hook, and then go on to your next song. It still has the same impact, even in modified form. I feel like the public would just want to hear it, me included. It's definitely going to be a dope moment for the culture, and it's something that, like I said, would be a cool like capping off of the beef. And now everyone can move on. It seems like Kendrick already sort of wants to move on. I know for Drake, the round two is definitely of more importance because of the narratives and the perception that people have had on him as of late. It's definitely not the same that it was 3-4 years ago. It only benefits him to have this round two. Kendrick might as well just stay silent, even though he could probably still pull off what he pulled off in the first round. But yeah, definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that Wack 100 is right about Drake sending this like cease and desist letter or his attorneys or whatever sending it? It's believable. It wouldn't surprise me. Again, it's not like Drake hasn't done shady behind the scene things before. So this definitely wouldn't surprise me. And let me know if you think that it's gonna work for him. I don't think so. I feel like if they edit it down and don't include those claims, I think he'll be straight. But yeah, time will tell. I feel like the biggest factor is going to be the advertisers. It's going to be crazy unless Kendrick just says F it, even if they say don't perform it, and he just gets banned from performing there later. I feel like after you do it once, do you really need to do it again? For a lot of these productions, I don't think people realize that they give you a certain budget, which is not that high, and most of the artists that do these shows put a lot of their own money into the production to make it bigger. Somebody like a Weekend, if you look at the Weekend show, he put a lot of money to make sure the vision that he had in his head for the show came into fruition, which is a lot of other artists that have done before as well. I feel like the halftime show is going to be awesome. It's definitely going to be something that's going to shut down the internet for a little bit. We're going to see tons of these posts go viral. And if Kendrick does perform Not Like Us at that stadium, bam. If we thought the pop-out show was big, what do you think this like stadium is going to sound like? It's going to sound crazy. And him performing the record there, I'm pretty sure those streams are going to go up 500% within seconds, I feel like it's a win-win for everybody to get that record out there at the show, except for Drake. He obviously doesn't want these allegations being hammered out even more. Like I said, it's one thing to do it on Amazon, and it's another thing to do it at the Super Bowl. It's going to be crazy. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are freaking amazing. And yeah, man, hope you guys loved the video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Crazy. If people find out this is true, it's going to look super, super corny.